Hey, so I just want to make like this dark video. I know I'd like to get one of those ring lights, but who cares? Anyways, maybe I can turn that light on. I wish there was a pause button on Apple, but there really isn't. So let me turn this light on. Alright, so I just want to make a video because I want to. Anyways, a lot is bothering me still, and I'm really hurt. Like, I'm really upset about losing a friend that I consider a really close friend, and I would never ever deliberately go out of my way to hurt this person or anybody. And lately I've had people say I talk and I run my mouth, but anything I do is not to be malevolent, or I don't just say things. I actually say good things about like people that I'm friends with and that I care about. Yes, like sometimes if I'm upset I will say something, but I'm trying to not do that so much. But at least in this situation, a really dear friend of mine told me some personal information, personal things, which I respect, and and I didn't tell anybody. I kept it, to myself, but I did actually confront somebody about it. But it doesn't matter like what it's about. I didn't say anything to anybody about it. However, I did bring it up to another friend of mine because I did that in confidence. And I did it not to be, I brought it up not to be gossiping or to be hurtful. Is because me and this other friend were talking about things that you do with your friends. And, you bring up other people, but not in a gossipy way, in a way that is just like, concern. So anything I said was in confidence because I felt trusting telling a friend of mine. I wasn't being like, oh, guess what, this happened. No. Plus I said things that happened to my family members, that happened to a lot of people, and a lot of people, that's Marvel making all that noise. A lot of people suffer these sort of abuse or whatever, and that's personal stuff, and I wouldn't just say this stuff to anybody. I was talking to my friend about it, and I was doing it like we were talking about situations and maybe why certain people act the way they do. Like, if you have trauma in your past, you're going to act out in ways such as alcohol, or like being promiscuous, or drugs, or just, it's going to, you're going to behave you're going to have certain patterns if you had trauma in your life. That's just what happens. And I was talking to my friend about this because Marvel's being really annoying because she's like, I can't focus. But if you go through something traumatic, you act it out in certain ways, and that's the only reason why I said this, even though I shouldn't have. I should never have said anything to anybody because that's none of my business, and I should have just kept my mouth shut. And I thought, I didn't say that to be that, but and then I made the mistake of, because it's a really bad, thing, but all of this. Mike is somebody I've been dating. No, I shouldn't have said it. But if you're dating somebody or you're married to somebody, you tell them things that are on your mind, because, you're supposed to trust that person, and you should be able to tell them things without worrying about them blurting it out. So, there's a situation where somebody involved came around, and I said, you can't, I don't want, it's hard to, I'm not going to say any kind of information on here, but I was trying to explain, listen, this is why this person doesn't feel completely comfortable, hates this person, whatever the case may be. And I told that again in confidentiality. I didn't say it to be any way gossipy or nothing like that, or hurtful. So anyways, the person I told got mad at me because he didn't like that I was like dating or whatever, you know, whatever it is, I'm dating somebody. And he didn't like that I was like, he was behaving very, just very spiteful, and messaged my friend and said this and that and this and that about, and he brought that thing up, and he did it to hurt me because he wanted this person to be mad, but the person wasn't mad at me. They were upset, but they knew that, you know, and she was my friend and she stayed friends with me despite that, and I tried to explain. Anyways, the other day, like, something happened where my friend I was hanging out with this person, and I don't know why, like, and she decided to go in my messenger and just message people and just run their mouth and say all kinds of bullshit. And I'm like, I'm somebody, I don't really hold grudges, you know, but if somebody upsets me, it just stays in the back of my mind. Like, why would somebody do something like that? Like, why would you invade my privacy and do that? And Mike's done that before, and it's just like, why would you like do that? And she messaged my friend and said all this info and said that thing. But later this person that did that said she didn't hear it from me. So I'm like, okay, well, because I don't think I told her, because I didn't, and she said she heard it from somebody else, and it wasn't me. But my friend got so mad at me. I don't know why, because I was hanging out with somebody the next, like, I was hanging out with this person, and she doesn't like her. She thinks she's looking out for me because she says that this person doesn't really have my best interest, which I really don't know. I mean, I know a few things too, but that's okay. Like, I cherish people I'm friends with, but at the same time, if somebody like screws me over in any way, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my head, as well as I'm sure people do that with me. But I don't know. I'm just very laid back. So, and it was very hurtful, and it really hurt me a lot when I just lost like people that I thought were friends, and they told me they can't be friends with me anymore, and that really hurt me. But like, my friend's telling me that she can't trust me now because of the whole thing. People are saying, yeah, she told me this. That was not in any way like I was trying to explain being a blabbermouth. It was because I was like trying to be like, this happens, and I was saying that in confidence, you know. And yeah, so apparently, you know, well, I don't know, apparently much discussion happened, and now I'm just like, I'm curious as to what exactly, because I know I admit to my mistakes. I've actually contacted a few like guidance. I contacted counseling, so I'd like to get counseling, and all the stuff that I'm saying right now, I can say it to counseling and whatnot. But I'm just hurt, and I'm like really upset, and like, you know, I just like miss having like a really good friend in my life. You know, and I don't want them to like not be part of my life anymore, because it really does hurt. And it's just, you know, I never did anything like to harm anybody. I tried too much, and I give people a chance, and I gotta learn that, you know, I have to stand up for things, you know. And there's certain people I don't want in my life, you know, that I can't have in my life, and I don't want them in my life, you know. I want to be good and happy, and I want to make the right choices. You know, it's hard to do, it really is, but I'm not out there. Look at this girl! Oh, she smells like the freaking cat box. Oh my gosh. Anyways, just kind of wanted to say that stuff because it's hard for me. I'm like going through so much, and I'm so busy, and it's just, I don't know. I'd like to be able to like talk about this and everything, but that's why I did it here, you know. But people need to stop. They need to keep their mouth shut, even though you think you can trust somebody to say something that's really not in your place to do so. And it just, I don't know. You know, I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I gotta work tomorrow. Alright. Thanks for listening. Bye.